Well, hello, Alliance family. Welcome to day 31 out of 40 days of decrease. Our scripture for later reflection is John chapter 19, verse 28 through 37. Take a moment to write it down. Ignatius of Loyola encouraged a method of scripture meditation that included activating our imagination to create a mental picture of the scene we're reflecting upon, and asking God to help us emotionally engage with the subject matter. He stated, if the meditation is on the Passion, I ask for pain, tears, and suffering with Christ's suffering. Centuries of worshipers have thickened their devotion by meditating upon Jesus' passion. Weak suffering, the beatings, crowning with thorns, flogging, and crucifixion. Honestly, such meditations are difficult for me. My guess is that I'm not alone in that confession. As far as thresholds for violence go, mine's very, very low. As far as meditating upon what Jesus endured, well, I can barely type them through my tears. Get up and get going. Where? Stop number 6. Violent mockery. The gospel writers documented 4 distinct groups that were emotionally and physically aggressive toward Jesus during his trials. Ananias's official, the chief priest, the Sanhedrin, and their guards, Herod and his soldiers, and Pilate's soldiers. Today I offer you a simple and sober compilation of the pre-crucifixion violent mockery Jesus suffered in his journey crossword. I invite you to consider each instance slowly with as much realism as you can bear. One of Ananias's officials, John 18:22, slapped him in the face. The chief priests, Sanhedrin, and their guards took him and beat him, began mocking and beating him, spit in his face, blindfolded him, slapped him, struck him with their fists, said, "Prophesy to us, Christ. Who hit you?" Said many other insulting things to him. Herod and his soldiers, Luke 23:11, ridiculed and mocked him, dressed him in an elegant robe, and sent him back to Pilate. Pilate's soldiers stripped him, flogged him, put a scarlet robe on him, twisted together a crown of thorns and set it on his head, put a staff in his right hand and knelt in front of him and mocked him, saying, "Hail, King of the Jews," spit on him, took the staff and struck him on the head again and again. Falling on their knees, they paid homage to him, mocked him, put his own clothes back on him. Here's today's reflection. It's not odd in a generation that rarely blinks at fictional violence sold as entertainment that we spend relatively little time considering the all-too-real suffering of Christ. Picture once again what Jesus endured even prior to the crucifixion, then go stand in front of a mirror. Looking at yourself, say aloud these words, "Jesus endured his suffering for me. He believed and still believes that I'm worth it." Now for today's fast mocking Jesus. Fast mocking Jesus? Who would ever do such a thing in the first place? Perhaps we would, when we, like Ananias's officials, are more concerned with saving face than honoring truth. Perhaps we would when, like the religious leaders, act as though Jesus is blindfolded and can't see what we're doing. Perhaps we would when we, like the guards, use one of Jesus' name in vain. Perhaps we mock Jesus more than we know. Well, that ends our time together, and I pray that you feel God's presence as you spend time with him. Until we meet again, may the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. God bless you.